What's going on YouTube? What's going on Division community? This is AKingsCreation again, bringing you guys back another Division video. Now we have to talk about the new event that has never been done before in Division that just dropped today. It is called Tech Overdrive. We will talk about it shortly and it will pop up on screen, but I wanted to let you guys know I created a skill build just for this event only. Now, if you want to create your own skill build around this one or make it even better, I'm just going to let you guys know this might not be meta, or it could be. I'm not really sure. I just put my own brain towards this and I created a really good build. So let's go ahead and talk about the event so you guys can understand what's going on. So Tech Overdrive is a stats multiplier event and it goes from September 26th all the way to September 29th. Now it's 3 full days. It gives you 3 skill tiers. So I highly recommend, if you're going to create a skill build, to have 3 skill tiers or 4. That way you can have overdrive. 50% skill damage and 50% skill duration, 25% skill health, and 25% skill haste. So this is going to be a boost to your skill build, or the build that I will showcase to you will be even stronger with these stat boosts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break down the skill build that I created and let's see how well it performs. Okay, so since this is the first skill build that was ever created on this channel in a very long time, maybe this year in general, we're going to go ahead and break down every aspect of it. And I want to go ahead and mention to you guys, the only reason why I have 5 skill tiers on this right now is because I wanted to test how well it can do without the boost before the event happens. But I highly recommend changing the specialization from technician, because technician gives you +1 skill tier. You only want to hover around 3 or 4. That way when the event happens and you activate it, you already have 6 skill tiers and you're not wasting any skill tiers. So make sure you change the specialization if you so choose. Now I want to go ahead and talk about the capacitor. Now this is one of the best, if not the best, AR to use for any skill build, especially if you love the run and gun feel like I do. That's my play style. That's what I like to do. I like to be a DPS monkey. We're going to go ahead and talk about the capacitor. I have damage to armor on it and damage to target out of cover as my attributes. For the talent, now let's talk about the talent. Shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. For each yellow tier or yellow core, which is skill tier, gains 7.5% weapon damage. So when we have 6, okay, we want to have 6 skill tiers as much as possible. That way we can get a lot of weapon damage. And not only that, when we shoot enemies with the gun, we're also giving our assault skills even more skill damage. All right, so that's why this is one of the best, if not the best, exotic ARs to use for a skill build. Now I'm pairing it with a shotgun. I honestly don't really care about what secondary you want to use. We're going to mainly focus on using this, but if you want a good secondary, you can choose what you like as a good secondary for you. I just chose the light glue shotgun just to have as a secondary. I rarely use it, but if I am in trouble in close corners, I can definitely use this because of this talent. All right, if you guys don't know what this talent is, I'll go ahead and explain it. Receive 3.5% amplified damage on the next shot within the weapon for each pellet that hits the target. If at least 4 pellets hit, killing an enemy will provide 8% amplified damage on the next shot. So you basically just building up damage as you shoot, as long as your bullets hit. Now, once again, I can walk around with 6 tiers just by having my TDI card out. This also gives you +1 skill tier if you're looking for another alternative or option to give you skill tier. That being said, we're going with the rigger gear set. Now the rigger gear set is, if not one of the best skill gear sets to use for skill builds. 2 pieces gives you skill haste, 3 pieces give you skill duration, 4 pieces, all right, for its 4 pieces, it's talent. Interacting with your deployed skills grants the skills 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. This buff cannot be refreshed. So basically it's a one-time use, and the way that it works is using or deploying the skill, changing the skill's target, or healing the skill. Okay, So basically, once you activate it, say for example, you're using a skill assault drone or assault turret like I am, the 25% is already used for that 10 seconds once I deploy those skills. That gives us another skill boost in terms of damage for our skills. Now I wanted to blend it out with this build. I wanted to have a good DPS just for the weapons itself, and also a lot of damage for our skills. So we're going to talk about the Ninja Bike bag. Now the reason why I wanted to do this is, like I said before, we want to try to keep a good range of 3 skill tiers or 4 skill tiers. So we didn't want to go too much further. And I was going to use a memento backpack, but I had to decrease one of my skill tiers from the rigger set. Instead of having 4 pieces exactly, I wanted to have 3 pieces and a Ninja Bike bag. And now, so it allows me to have the Fox's prayer, so we can have additional damage to target out of cover. All right, and then we have 30% accuracy because of the Ninja Bike bag. And then we are also pairing this with the Fenris group, so we can have more reload speed or quicker reload speed, 30%, and also more assault rifle damage for our capacitor. All right, then we're pairing it with its talent obliterate, critical hits, increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 20 times. So that is pretty much the build. If you guys want to know the attributes for each item, here it is. This is for the headpiece. All right, this is for the backpack, critical hit chance. Now for the chest piece, got critical hit chance, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. For the gloves, we got critical hit chance. For the knee pads, we got critical hit damage. And then for the holster, we got critical hit damage as well. All right, so our stats are sitting at 50% with 123 critical hit damage. You can interchange that the way you want. All right, so that's what I wanted to put out. This is the skill build that I will be using for the event. That here is the assault turret that we're going to use. This is our assault skill, our skill that will do damage. All right, and it's at tier 5, but we can get up to tier 6. This is our mod or our mods for the skill turret. We got 7.5 skill haste, 5% damage, and then we got 7% health on this. Okay, so that's just what we have. But I wanted to show you guys that skill tier 6 will give us 120% damage, 420, and then overcharge will be even further up. So your goal is to get to tier 6 and overcharge, especially for the capacitor. You want to get to tier 6. All right, so we're using the assault turret, and also we're going to use the striker drone, and it also gives us skill damage, or aka striker damage, which is also skill damage. All right, so for its mods, I'm going with 7.5% duration, that's max. 10% health, that's also max. And then for its damage, we want to go as much damage as possible, so we're going 5% damage on that. I always be forgetting about the modifiers because I don't really use them that much, but we're going to increase our skill tier again by activating advanced material. Okay, this is the skill modifier we are going to use because it gives us additional skill tier. And then obviously you have a signature weapon damage, but we're just using this for additional skill tier. Okay, all right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. All right, so I'm going to showcase, let's see if there's any activities beforehand. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the red dragon control point. Let's see how well it can do at this control point. And this is on heroic with 3 directives. Okay, so it's going to be a little tough with 3 directives, but we should be okay, especially with this build. And it's like I said, it's going to be even stronger when the event happens. Oh, they did see me. I'm gonna just try to get past them, not worry about them. I don't think they're gonna follow me all the way to the control point. All right, we're at the control point. I'm gonna throw my skills out first. All right, so as you guys can see, it went from tier 5 to tier 6 after I activated the skill modifier, the advanced materials modifier. So now my skill drone is at tier 6. Let me go ahead back up. Throw out my turret. My turret is automatically at tier 6 as well. But as you can see, the skills are doing a lot of damage here. Oh my goodness. I don't think my turret's going to be able to reach. That's the only thing about having the turret, is sometimes you got to really put it in a good spot Well, when you pick it up, it only has like a 3-second cooldown, so it works out perfectly. I'm trying to see if I can throw it somewhere in the center. All right, that should be good. And it's okay if I get rushed because the capacitor has a lot of weapon damage because of the tiers that we're in. Let me go ahead and get this med kit real quick. Shoot that guy. I destroyed that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening here? Where do these people come from? Get you out of here. Enemy 2. All right, they're cleared up. I don't see my turret shooting. Okay, there it is. Okay, it's dead. Can't see. I'll let my skills handle the work. I help these guys out here. All right, perfect. Okay, it looks like we have 2 activities happening at once. That's why there's a lot of enemies everywhere. Uh-oh. There's no med kits. I'm in trouble here. I have to let my skills do most of the work now. There's a med kit too, right by that guy that just died. Let's see if we can get. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, let my skills go clean up the area. And we can just shoot from a distance, even with no armor. As long as we stay at a distance, it should be okay. Uh-oh. Throw out my turret here. Yeah, see, my turret's doing some damage over there. There we go. Get this guy here with the shield. Wow, there we go. They're cleaning it up for me. Oh gosh. Perfect. And we stayed alive too. All right, we gotta get inside here. Come on, get inside. Okay. So we're doing 2 events at once on heroic with this build. Keep that in mind. That's why there's a lot of chaos happening. I just activated the skill modifier, so my skills should be at tier 6 right now. And also my capacitor should increase by another 7.5% weapon damage. Yeah, I'll let my skills do damage out there. I'm gonna work on this side while my skills work on the right. Perfect. Perfect. My skills are melting the elites right now. And also my capacitor is doing a lot of damage too, which is good. I have a good mixture of damage for my skills and also from my weapon. Okay. Skills are about to be on cooldown here. Skills are on cooldown, 17, 18 seconds. I gotta throw out my skills because they're trying to rush in. All right, cleared them up. Boss is out there. Doing my skills. Put my skills at tier 6. They are melting that boss over there. Gonna focus on this guy. Boss eliminated. Just got the notification. Yep, my skills destroyed the boss. All right, so control point is captured, but we still have that resource convoy. Oh no, we completed the resource convoy as well. We completed 2 activities on heroic with the skill build. So honestly, like I said before, guys, I don't really like skill builds because they don't really do a lot of damage in my eyes, especially for the amount of DPS that we like to go for. But it definitely does well now without the event. Now that the event is active today, this skill build will be even stronger. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown of this build, the gameplay, and also thank the devs for those who love skill builds to have this event for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this, like I said, make sure you check out the community Discord, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.